Leading things off on July the 2nd, the Bronx Festival will take place, and joining us with a preview, we have Michael Brady from the Brady Bunch. I know we say this all the time. He's the executive director of the 3rd Avenue Business Improvement District. We welcome you to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having
me. Of course, you're part of the bunch.
Absolutely,
hey,
we're here.
Open.
That's right, we're here.
You're welcome.
That's right.
So tell us about the things that the wonderful things that you're doing.
Absolutely. So the 3rd Avenue BID is the oldest business improvement district in the Bronx. We see about 200,000 visitors every day, and we ordinarily host a summer festival, but this year we're ramping it up a bit. This is our 30th year, so
That's how you do it. Ramp it up,
That's
Mike.
right. So we're having the One Bronx Festival, which is a celebration of inclusivity, and really trying to, further continue the borough, position the borough as a home where you can live, work, shop, thrive, and enjoy everything we have to offer.
So where's this festival being held?
So the festival is on 149th Street in 3rd Avenue, straight up. We're closing down the avenue for the first time in a very long time.
149th to?
149th Street to 156th Street on 3rd Avenue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're expecting about 15 to 20,000 people. We're bringing some great acts. We're flying some folks in from Dominican Republic. We have the Nicki Minaj of the DR coming in, La Superable, so that's going to be exciting. We've got a great group, We're Muslim, Don't Panic, coming in, which are hip-hop dancers that actually dance in full hijab, which is going to be really exciting.
Wow.
And then, for the first time, we're taking a different spin on the festival and really embracing the LGBT community. So there's going to be, the avenue is going to be very gay, which is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be happy and gay.
Happy and gay, absolutely. And, because we believe that programs build on each other. So instead of just doing a one-off festival, which is great, we're doing programming throughout the year that helps enhance the festival.
Yeah, so there's some wonderful diversity out there. What's the date?
So July 2nd.
That's right, July 2nd.
Yep, July 2nd, it's a Sunday. Come on out, it should be fun. Kicks off around noon, goes straight through till about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I think so far we've got 162 vendors and exhibitors lined up. There's going to be a lot of great food, a lot of great entertainment.
That's what I'm talking. I was waiting for you to talk about the food.
Lots of good food. I mean, obviously, So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have some stuff for the kids, families, face painting. But I think like the real thrust of it's going to be, what's happening on stage and the community that it's building, along the avenue.
And it seems like you're giving back to the community too. But talk about some of the things that the BID does throughout the year.
Sure. So the BID, we're charged with maintaining the commercial corridor.
And what it stands for.
Yeah. So it's a business improvement district. There are 72 throughout the city of New York. So anywhere from Madison Avenue as a BID, Times Square. So we have the Times Square of the Bronx, which is 3rd Avenue. It's the most trafficked in the Bronx. And we're charged with keeping it safe, clean, and beautiful. Those are your 3 charges. And we try to do our best with that, with a small budget, but we do what we can. So we do supplemental security, sanitation, lots of programming, public infrastructure projects. So just this year we took over the Roberto Clemente Plaza project.
Oh, that's great.
So we're working closely with our partners at the DDC and DOT to make sure that opens. It's slightly delayed. By slightly, I mean 5 years delayed, but we're getting there.
What's that project all about?
So the Roberto Clemente. So it started off as a simple street renaming project, and it's since turned into a large public works project. So went from a $300,000 budget to now a $13 million budget. Wow. And the result will be lots of infrastructure improvements in terms of sewer lines and all that good stuff, but then also a huge asset to the neighborhood, which will be an open plaza with a concession and a fountain and lots of good things that are happening there. And it'll hopefully serve as a nice center of culture and community. So
why is it important to give back to the community?
I think it's what we're called to do. I think at the heart of everything, we just if we don't stick up for each other, who's going to stick up for us? So I think everything, every program from our Small Business 101 program all the way straight through to plaza infrastructure and sweeping the streets. It's all about building a better, safer, more holistic community.
Oh, beautiful. Talk about that the 101 program.
Yeah, so Small Business 101 is a new initiative for the BID. It meets the business where they are. So whether they're a 30-year-old business that's talking about succession or real estate development or how to pass the reins to a son or a daughter, to a brand new concept that doesn't even know how to get through New York State's legal system, we sit down with the folks one-on-one and we walk them through there with very specific takeaways. Ordinarily, programs last 8 months, a year for folks to get through, and people just don't have the time for that anymore. So our program is Turbo. It's 2 months where we meet religiously.
The Turbo program.
Turbo, that's it. But every day people leave with something. So it's They come in, they sit for an hour, they're leaving with a website or their logo or their corporate documents or a tax attorney or something like that, so they can actually see benchmarks of success. So in the past 6 months, we've brought to creation or assistance about 20 businesses, 9 of which have opened up on the avenue. So we're really excited about that.
So if somebody wants to come and open up a business, you have a spot out there, and they come to you.
Absolutely, our doors are open.
How do you walk them through it?
Yeah, so
what do you tell them?
we come in, we do a very simple 10 question intake form that they can do online, and then we try to figure out what their needs are. So
what's the first question? I'm gonna
name. no. But we really
That's
try
an
to
easy one.
yeah, we try to
No
identify.
one should forget that.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. Well, we try to identify where the business is. Are they more established? What kind of service programs do they need for that? There are some businesses which are real estate developers who need a walk through New York City tax code because they think they're paying too much or too little.
Yeah,
so we have to really we identify each person's needs, and it's got to be customized. You can't do this broad-based thing because you don't have a net takeaway. So by doing customized services, that goes to the heart of business development.
Yeah, we were walking through the area one time with the controller, the city controller, Scott Springer, and I think the business people had some concerns at that time. I think it was a couple of years ago.
Yep, absolutely.
Helen, she's the producer. She would tell you more.
Absolutely.
But they had some concerns about the violations in the area.
Yep,
So,
absolutely.
I'm sure that comes up.
No, that comes up all the time. So I like to get ahead of the curve. So instead of complaining about violations, we want to make sure that violations don't happen. So about 2 months ago, we did a walkthrough with Commissioner Lorelei Salas from the Department of Consumer Affairs and Councilmember Salamanca, and we hit 70 businesses that day, and it was just purely an educational tour about hey, here's what you can do to avoid a violation, and the same inspectors that normally give out the violations were there that day to say, well, here's what we can do to avoid it. So whether that's a return policy or they don't have a carding sticker in their window, so we're really trying to make sure that the city is an educational partner, as opposed to just going in and writing up violations. And as a result, we've seen a nice decrease in the number of violations.
You're creating a harmony. You're bringing
exactly
people
right.
together. You're making money. They're getting the service.
Did you
eat pizza at the end of the day?
Actually, we celebrate with margaritas.
There you go. Well, you're taking a step higher.
Absolutely,
that's a good thing, though.
Right, and the whole. I really don't think that it's New York City's wish to stop people from making money.
Yeah.
I think we just need to figure out how to make it happen so everyone can have the community can be invested in it.
Anything else coming up that you would like to share?
We've got the One Bronx Festival. We've got a ton of back-to-school programming that we're kicking off with our merchants.
Isn't that something we're talking about? Back to school already.
It's crazy.
We even come through the summer. It's just ready to kick off.
July's like here. Wow. Then we've got the July 4th.
Halfway through the year.
It's done.
More than halfway through the year.
In two months, I'm going to be signing the contract for our holiday lights. It's crazy. Like Christmas is right around the corner. But so I think that the bid has new energy now, and we're really open to any thoughts, ideas. Reach out to our office. We're always there.
We'd like to come out and cover a lot of the things that you're doing in the community.
100%.
through BronxNet.
Absolutely.
We'll bring a host and everything.
Yeah. Come on by. Absolutely. We'll set you up in the green room at the festival.
There
That'll
you
be
go.
fun. Yeah.
All right.
So no, I think that our doors are always open. We're open 6 days a week. Folks can drop on by. We're in a brand new office space, Bronx Coworks, located at 148th Street and 3rd Avenue. And like I said, open door policy. No ideas stupid. It just may not be prioritized. But
I like him. I like him. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. Michael Brady, Executive Director, 3rd Avenue Business Improvement District.
Great. Thank you.
You're open. You got the open door policy.
Absolutely.
We're open. We're partners.
We're here.
We'll
We're
keep
here.
it going.
Great.
All right. We have to take a quick break right here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Open next.